Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Kurt's Howling Dog Halloween. This is Diesel R2, and I just watched four other episodes of the series. So, today we're going to talk about the four that I just watched. So, first up is Kurt meets Bigfoot. So, the episode starts out this normal. Muriel and Eustace are watching, I think it's a movie or something. And so, in movie sequence, he's getting a piece of pie. Now, Muriel is making another pie for the next day. But before anything happens, Kurt sees some kind of figure outside. Little does he know it's Bigfoot. Of course, there's hilarity that ensues. It's really funny. So what happens is the Bigfoot is apparently hungry, and later on in the episode, he comes in, takes the pie. Obviously, Kurtz and Bigfoot fight over the pie. And when Muriel comes down after Kurtz gets the pie back from him, obviously getting it in his face, says, "I'll make another pie tomorrow. Next time, use a plate." Of course, they find out that this same creature is actually Bigfoot. So, it's funny. What happens next is Muriel doesn't even realize Bigfoot is a monster. And this is actually one of the few characters in this series that actually isn't really a villain. It's misunderstood. So, as the episode continues on, Kurtz and Bigfoot get into a fight. A food fight. It is hilarious. Because as the food fight goes on, they start knocking food off a chair. And then when it hits the radio, somehow it hits the radio, which plays some kind of music. And then they both start dancing. Hat full of food. Those glass skirts made out of food. Of course, someone throws a rock and says, "We want Bigfoot." Of course, Muriel goes out and she says, "Don't throw this rock!" And they said, "Get away." Eustace, obviously, be the one that wants this Bigfoot. I was going to get away. "I want the Bigfoot." And she says, "You'll get a big head if you throw another rock." And eventually, oh, by the way, there's this lady that's looking for a son. We'll get to that in a minute. So they open the door, and obviously, by the end of the episode, right before they can get ready to cancel the Bigfoot, the same lady from before finds it. Thinks the Bigfoot is her son. And obviously, Eustace puts a collar on the foot of Bigfoot. Of course, the crowd finally turns against Eustace. And the episode ends with Kurt's looking at the audience. He goes, "There's a Bigfoot in all of us, isn't there?" He got a big banana in his mouth. Alright, so the next episode is Hothead. So, Hothead is an episode. It's it's basically Eustace is looking to get rid of his baldness. And it is funny. So Muriel asks him to fix the chair. This becomes one of the funniest parts of the episode. And he decides to go out and get a haircut. We go out and get him the tonic that will make his hair grow. So, but while he's out, Muriel asks him to go give Curtis a haircut. Obviously, that means he's got to go with him. So, he says, "You look good enough to me." And so they go to this place, and he just ties Courage to this pole. And he says, "Stay here." Of course, there's a guy that was before him. He comes out, and he starts shaking the guy's head, and he goes, "Thank you, and thanks." And so, while Eustace goes in, they start doing a bunch of tests, which is kind of weird, because why would you need those tests to get hair tonic? And so, Courage obviously has to go use the bathroom. When he goes to the bathroom, more tests are done, and we find out that you cannot get angry when you use this stuff. You cannot get angry, you cannot get mad, and you cannot get upset. Otherwise, you'll make things blow up. And it's funny. So, the guy gets mad at this paper towel holder, and he blows it up. But also takes out a piece of the wall. So, Eustace and Courage go home. On the way home, Eustace puts stuff on his hair, on his head, and he runs into this guy that will be coming out later on in the series. He goes, "Watch how you're going, you fool!" And Eustace gets mad at him, blows up his car. So he goes, when they go, get back, Eustace sits down, he's like, looks at Courage, he goes, "Oh, what a lovely haircut, Courage." So, so he starts fixing his hair, and you think that, oh, he's going to get mad at the rocking chair. No, he gets mad at the phone, and he blows it up. Of course, Courage, before that happens, gets Muriel to give him food. And then, obviously, Eustace goes in. He's like, "Eustace, would you open this can?" And he starts trying to open it. And he starts, by the way, you can tell when he's getting mad because veins start popping out. His eyes, start bulging. So, he gets that can open. And then so they go back to the living room, and Muriel tells him to fix the chair, but since he tells him, if you can't fix a chair, can you at least thread this needle? So he starts trying to. You know how the thread is. It's hard. Always hard to get that dang thread through that needle. And he just keeps getting madder and madder. He keeps plopping more on his head. And right before he gets mad at the needle, boink! He grows one strand of hair. Oh! And it falls over his head. I don't know why he gets mad, but he gets mad. And he blows up the entire house after encouraging Muriel, "Get out of the house." I'm just going to go into key points in the episodes from now on. So, anyway, he decides, so they go out, and she says, whenever that man gets back, he's gonna fix his chair. So the next episode is called Demon in the Mattress. Now, for those of you who haven't seen The Exorcist, this is kind of a parody of it. So, Muriel and Eustace are in bed, and she's complaining the bed is really lumpy. So, they call up this hotline and ask them to get a mattress. And obviously, they know who they are. And they say, we've been waiting for you. So, they bring the mattress and bring it upstairs. And Muriel decides to go upstairs with it. Obviously, before that happens, Kurt sees a monster in this mattress. Obviously, it's a demon. And so, but I'm going to leave a link to Nostalgia Critics Dark Tunes episode where he talked about this episode. So, Muriel decides to leave Kurt's outside, and Kurt's, gets up to the window, and he sees this mattress give Muriel a demon. And so he goes out, gets Eustace, they go back upstairs, and they see Muriel. And this is one of the things that happens in, I've seen a little bit of The Exorcist, so I kind of know what happens. So he starts twisting her head around, and it falls off. So he just goes, that dang mattress, it gave Muriel nightmares. So Curtis goes back upstairs, and is in bed, says, "Come, courage," and it's cold. So she goes, "Courage, come closer, closer," and she goes, "I would love to have a cup of tea." And he picked out the tea. And so they go thumb wrestling, and she wins. And so Kurt goes up to his computer and says, Exorcist, huh? Oh, and so he gives him instructions on how to do the exorcism. So, and obviously, since they can't have, spiritual things in an episode like this, the flooring garment is some woman's clothing, and it contains how blue and howdy do. Bossy boy and Timbuktu. Let's see, it's something like this man, woo, woo, woo. Like, kick him in the dishpan, woo, woo, woo. Cause oh. He goes up there. So I said the exorcism. And I'm telling you, Eustace looks stupid in this garment. And the dude starts licking Eustace, and right in the middle, he says, "Needs a tip?" And see, pukes ectoplasm all over him. So, Kurt decides to do it himself and exorcises the demon. And Eustace comes back in with a hazard suit Obviously, it doesn't work because it goes right up his nose. So, and they take the mattress out. And Yo-Yo and Courage are seen on the couch. Now, this is a I can get used to. So, the next episode we're going to talk about is Freaky Fred. And that's the one that's the one that the Nostalgia Critic talks about. So Freaky Fred is a freaky barber who doesn't know his limitations on cutting people's hair. And he's going there to see his aunt and uncle. And his thing is, he always says, naughty. I'm not kidding. He says this every single time, just like that. So, he goes in, and Eustace is making a lock, because obviously he doesn't want Fred to go in the bathroom. And of course, when he gets there, he just looks at Kurt with this look like, oh yeah, I got my next victim. So anyway, he goes in and Muriel tells Curtis to go show him the bathroom. And she forgets that to go give him towels. Obviously, Eustace has to go to the store to buy more supplies. He makes it look like an accident when he closes the door on both Courage and Freaky Fred. So, as the episode goes along, he starts saving Courage. And he starts talking about stories about people he saved bald. So, first one is a hamster. I tell you, every single and Muriel's outside, he's like, you should be back soon. And he's out there just messing around. So, he saves his hamster bald, he saves his girlfriend bald, he saves this guy with a long beard and pussy eyebrows. So, while this is happening, Eustace is in his truck reading a newspaper where he's supposed to be going out to the hardware store to get stuff. And the Freaky Fred has a bracelet on his arm that tells anyone if you see him, call this number. Because obviously he's not supposed to be out of this institute. So, the look on the Hatz's face is funny. The look on the girlfriend's face, her hair is completely gone. And of course, certain parts of the episode, Kurt tries to hide in the toilet. Kurt tries to hide in the sink. Obviously, there's a point in the episode where Muriel sticks a bunch of pancakes underneath the door. And Freaky Fred starts pushing it into his mouth with the saver. Well, I think they said what happened to the guy with the long beard. I don't remember. But by the end of the episode, he does call these guys. And they come and take him away. And by the way, he looks at. By the way, he saves Curtis's entire body except for his tail. He's like, "Oh, you think I'm gonna save your tail? That would be weird." So that was the episode. That was the four mini episodes. Next time we're going to talk about. Let me look this up here. get up on here. Night of the Werewolf, Mother's Day, the Duck Butters, and certainly the Medium. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys on the next video. Then, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Halloween.